Revenge is one of the oldest and most powerful human impulses, emerging from the desire to respond to perceived injustice, humiliation, betrayal, or harm. When someone hurts us, the mind can experience more than pain. It can experience a profound disruption of fairness. Revenge can then appear psychologically attractive because it promises to restore balance by making the person who caused the suffering experience some form of consequence. At its deepest level, revenge is often connected to wounded dignity. The person does not simply want the original harm acknowledged. They want their sense of power and significance restored. This is why revenge can become especially intense after betrayal or humiliation. The mind may repeatedly replay the event, imagining different outcomes and constructing scenarios in which the person who caused the pain finally understands what they have done. These mental rehearsals can create a temporary sense of control. The injured person may feel less helpless because imagining retaliation provides an emotional counterweight to the original experience of powerlessness. Revenge can therefore function as an attempt to transform vulnerability into strength, but the relief it promises is often temporary. The mind may become increasingly focused on the offender, monitoring their life, waiting for consequences, or imagining increasingly satisfying forms of punishment. Instead of escaping the original injury, the person remains psychologically connected to it. The person who caused the pain may no longer be physically present, yet they continue occupying mental space. The deeper danger of revenge is that it can create a cycle in which one injury produces another, and the desire for justice gradually becomes a desire for suffering. The distinction between justice and revenge is important. Justice seeks accountability, protection, and restoration, according to principles that can exist beyond personal emotion. Revenge is often driven by the desire to make another person hurt because they caused hurt. Once emotional retaliation becomes the primary goal, judgment can become distorted. The person may justify actions they would normally consider unacceptable because they believe the target deserves them. Revenge can also become an identity. The individual begins organizing their emotional life around what happened, preserving anger because releasing it feels like surrendering the only remaining power they possess. Yet letting go does not mean declaring the harm acceptable. It means refusing to allow another person's actions to permanently determine your emotional direction. Healing from betrayal or injustice may involve boundaries, accountability, legal or social consequences when appropriate, and honest processing of anger. It does not require pretending that the injury was insignificant. The goal is to prevent the wound from becoming the center of your identity. Sometimes the strongest response to harm is not retaliation, but rebuilding a life that the harm failed to destroy. Revenge keeps attention connected to the person who caused the injury. Recovery redirects that attention toward yourself. The deepest form of freedom occurs when their actions no longer determine your choices, your emotional state, or your future. The memory may remain, and the lesson may remain, but the need to make someone suffer gradually loses its power. Revenge promises closure through another person's pain, while genuine healing creates closure through your own growth, boundaries, acceptance, and freedom. In the end, the most meaningful victory is not watching someone else fall. It is reaching a point where their downfall is no longer necessary for you to feel whole.